Yeah, that would be helpful.
Yeah. First, today we will start with the definition of Android. So I'll tell you the definition in a simple 4 words. So one is Android is an operating system. So it's an operating system. We'll go in detail of each word. So then next, it is open source. Next, development environment. Last, Linux kernel. So these 4 words will form a definition of Android. Like, see, simple. Android is an operating system. It is an open source. Using this, we can build an apps, and it run always on the top of the Linux kernel. So what we will see here? First, operating system. We know already the definition of Android on like operating system, not only Android. If any operating system, if you take any example operating system, that is like a bridge between the hardware and software, right? Bridge between hardware and software. Like here, this is whatever the system right now I'm using. So that is one operating system I'm using here, Mac. Also, like similar, someone using the Windows, someone using the Linux, someone using other else like that. Android this is also one of the operating system. So that operating system is for mobiles, tab, TV, watch, car. Like nowadays, for many electronic gadgets, it is coming with the Android operating system. So this is about the what is an operating system, like how the system reads between. Right? Next, it is open source. So the open source means it is a freely available. So what is freely available? Freely available, but what is freely available? So I'll tell you here. There are different scenarios. Like for example, if I'm a mobile manufacturer. In case if it is a mobile manufacturer, we will get OS free. Right, operating system has a free as a manufacturer. Why? Because of that only. So because of that only, here we are getting the completely, it is free of cost. Like see, for example, today I buy one mobile and a Samsung with Android version 13 and hard like RAM is 5G, 8 GB, hard disk is 128, like whatever the configuration, like some hardware configuration I buy. Same, you buy one mobile with same whatever the configuration and what is the software, everything is same, but manufacturer is different. So myself Samsung and yours as MI. Let us say MI. So here both for looking wise it is a different, because every manufacturer has customized as per their requirement. So that is the reason it should be completely the different for every manufacturer. So it is a completely the customizable, it will come. So that is a because of open source only they are able to customize the operating system. Right. This is first one. In case if you are a developer. So if you are a developer, we can get dev environment is free. So dev environment is free, no need to pay anything for the dev environment. And also it is a huge community. We can get a lot of support from the communities. So that is official website for this is the developer.android.com. This is the official website for this Android. Here you get everything from the scratch to up to level, up to full level. We can get everything here. This is the developer.android.com. Just let open this. It is opening. So here we can get completely from starting to ending onwards. Everything will get here. So the next step here. So in case if we are an end user, like end user means we all are the end users who are using the our Android mobiles. Like we are all end users. So for us, we will get everything is free. Like how For end users, lot of applications. So we are not paying anything for the application, right? Many apps are free apps, completely free apps. Almost 99% of the applications we are getting as a free of cost. So this is the benefits of mobile operating system. It is the open source. Because of the open source, we are getting these all are the features here. Next, this development environment already we covered here, right? Last, Linux kernel. So the Linux kernel is nothing but it is a one security layer. Security layer. Simply as of now, just we will remember the security layer. In architecture diagram, while we are discussing architecture diagram, we'll go deeply into this. But this Linux kernel is the first level of security for our Android applications. So every application must run under this layer itself. So if I want to open camera, if I want to open contacts, if I want to open my settings, whatever the application you open, everything can be control of Linux kernel layer. That how this is happening while discussion of the architecture diagram that we will discuss there. Right. So this is about the Android definition. Right. After the definition here, now I have something like, so why we want to learn this Android development? Let us say here we have some benefits with that Android, why we need to learn. So like if I want to learn this course for job, so if it in case job, it is fine, well and good, because if you learn Android, you will get the job. Also, if I learn some of the other technology like Python, Java, .NET, if any technology, if I learn, definitely I can get a job. But in case, if this particular environment, Android environment, apart from the job, there we have some of the other benefits. So there are two other benefits. So one is open apps. Means we can create our own applications. So if I create my own applications, what is the benefit for me? So if I create my own applications and I upload in a Play Store, so somewhere from there, we can have a chance to get some amount from the applications. Like for example, I'll show you very silly, small basic applications, how that revenue has come in that. Let us say Play Store. So here, let's search with one word called Frank apps. Frank. So here, many apps are there as a Frank. So this is all are like, let us open any one of this is fake call. So in this, nothing it is. Just it is a simply alarm functionality, like how we are setting alarm. Like similar, we will set alarm at 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., like that, different times with a different name and one number and a different image. So that on the particular time, the alarm screen will bring like this. So that is a one functional. Like here, we can say different screens like this. See, for these kind of, as a developer, we are saying this is correct, fake, Frank. But for this, see, 1+ millions of downloads. Some people will knowingly install, some people will unknowingly install this kind of applications. But in this, if let us say my application has uploaded in a Play Store, so that can be installed by 10,000 members. How much I can earn revenue for this? So in case if this 10,000 members has installed my application, so I can say that all the members cannot use regularly, right? 100% of the members cannot use my application regularly. Like, and thus if it's can go with the very worst figure, that is the 10% of users. Means 100 users are using your application daily for 5 to 10 minutes. So daily for 5 to 10 minutes. Definitely per month we can earn $100 to $150. So we can earn $100 to $150 here we can earn. This is the per month. This is not a single month, right? How many days the people are using your application, that can be regular revenue, we can get that. But here I have a question. If I have an application, so as an unknown person, if I shared my link to you, like randomly I got your number, so I shared my application, can you install my application? So definitely 90% of people say that no, because that application we got a link from the unknown source. Just a minute. So as an unknown person, if I send link, so definitely I can say as the 90% of people will say no. But if we follow some rules and regulations, then definitely the people can say that, like simple, first of all, as a user, what we will expect the application. So it should be one kind of unique features, right? If it is contains the unique features, definitely the people will show some interest on this unique features. And simple means we cannot go and guide them, right? Once it is available in a Play Store, we don't know who install our application. So that's the reason. So the people can install directly without our this thing. Like they can know that directly. They has to understand your application flow. So that's the reason you need to create application is a very simple flow and also attractive UI, so that we can say as a user friendly because my application is working 100% functionality but UI is not good, then the people cannot show any interest on your application. So that's the reason it should be user friendly and simple. And main thing, this is the security. Let us say I have created one tutorial application. So for the end user side, I'm expecting to just read tutorials in my application. So, but for that, here they like means I'm asking the contacts permission, I'm asking the camera permission, I'm asking the gallery permission. So, in case if I ask like that, that cannot be a genuine application, because to read a tutorial, why it's required the permission. So that's the reason. So you need to prepare proper securities, proper application, so that definitely the people can install. Like next is the speed. Application should access speed. So if you follow at least minimum these, then definitely there is a chance to install, the people can install the application, so that we can expect some amount from that application. And that too here, even with 0 users also we can enable the ads. So even with 0, first time when I uploading the app, no one has installed as of now my application also, I can start with ads, so that definitely we can get some amount from this. So this is the from if we create own application. Apart from this, there is a chance we can work as a freelance. So in a Play Store, there are in billions of applications are available in a Play Store, but those all are not installed by the developers, right? Because I have interest to upload applications in a Play Store, but I'm not a developer. So I can I approached one company. So they said that the small application to develop, they let us say they said 1 lakh. But if I go same application with one freelancer, they can do in between of 20 to 30,000. So definitely where we can prefer these freelancers. Like that, here there are more freelancer opportunities we can get here. That is this. So that's the reason. Means apart from the job, we have here two other benefits from this here. Right. So now we'll come into this Android here. So like we will see the history. What is the history of this? So in between, if you have any question, just you can ask in between also, no problem. You can ask. Otherwise, you can ask end of the session. That's fine. So
Yeah.
we will start with the history part. So Andre Rubin. So he is the person who invented this Android. So this is in a means that R&D has started in 2003. But how this R&D has started? The R&D has started with a very silly reason, because one day he went to a shop to buy one digital camera on 2003. Basically, he was a Java developer. So one day he went to a shop to buy one digital camera. So then he surprised by seeing the cost of the digital camera. Then he compared with normal camera. He identified only one difference, that is software. So for small software, why we need to spend that much of amount for this? And then he started R&D, research and development. He started, but that is not possible with a single person. So his friends, 3 members of his friends also joined with him. So then, so 3 friends joined with him. Then they started one company called Android Inc. The company name called Android Inc. on 2003. Then they spend completely, they left their jobs and they are spending the completely time on this area. So by 2005, they got one solution. Means they got one solution, but to implement that solution, they want a lot of resource and also lot of investment. So this is not possible with the 4 members. So they approached many organizations. At last, in 2007, Google has accepted the request and invested some amount on the Android Inc. company. So while they are tying up with this Google, so they announced some of the features, means they announced their feature plans. So what are the feature plans? First is a first version. This is for camera software. First version has camera software, right? Then next, second version is for mobile apps. Third, it is in feature, it is an operating system. And in feature, it is an operating system. Next, it is open source. Why it is open source, I'll tell you here. It is open source. Then they have planned to release a Play Store. Like as of that day, the name has not confirmed, but they want to release one store. They plan to release a store. The next, development environment. So these all are their feature plans. So with this, all the terms and conditions. So with the Google, they tied up, and Google has invested some amount on this organization. So here the first version. So in 2007 itself, they released first version for the camera. So, but no other people has not came, and no one has interested to install this kind of this application. I learned because it's a very startup. Whatever as of now, the digital cameras companies and everything they are used, that is a stable, right? Then after in 2008 with HTC, they released the first mobile in market. First mobile in a market. They released in 2008. They released first mobile in a market. But this mobile is not an operating system. It is an application level. What is the difference between operating system and application? So which is the device as operating system? User can install and uninstall the some applications. Like in our laptops, we can install whatever we want, we can install, and whenever we don't need, we can uninstall, right? Like similar here also the same, but it is released as application. Application means our basic phones. So that comes with like camera settings, contacts, messages, extras like one or two games, like that. So like that kind of a feature, it is released with HTC in 2008. But after release of this, also other manufacturers has not shown interest because same reason. This is a startup, and other whatever they are using Java, Migo, Symbian. So these are the different kinds of softwares they are using. Those all are thus stable. So that is the reason no one has not shown interest. So then by 2009, next same with HTC, they succeeded with as an operating system, as a OS. They released the first mobile as a OS in 2009. Even after that also, the people has not shown interest because operating system is ready, but there is no applications are available to install on the particular mobile. So that's the reason by in 2010 they released the Play Store. So they released the Play Store in 2010. So once that 2010 the Play Store has released, so some other people has shown, like means as of now also the whatever the Google has developed some applications that are available in the Play Store. But by 2011, so they succeeded with the development environment. Once the development environment has released in the market, one by one manufacturers has shown interest to download this means development has started. So from there onwards, one by one manufacturers has also came into this environment. And in the span of next 3 to 4 years, it became a huge because because of the lot of features that is released in the market. So it became a huge in the market in a next to 3 to 4 years of the span. Right. So that is okay. But here, what happens here now? Let us hear if it is in this open source. Why it is open source? So they are developing this application under OHA. So this is the open handset aliens. So under this open handset aliens, this is developed. That is the reason. This means open handset aliens is the one community. So because of under this they develop, because of that is the reason it is a always it is a open source. Even not only this, if we also develop some application within a open handset alien means under open handset aliens, definitely that application should also be open source in a market always. So this is a one community, right? This is how this became an open source and what is the history. Like in the span of this history, Android has released many versions. So what are the many versions? So that is like here, cupcake, donut. So cupcake, donut, eclair, proyo, gingerbread. So gingerbread, next honeycomb, next ice cream sandwich, ice cream sandwich, jelly beans. So jelly beans, Kit Kat, lollipop, marshmallow, next nugget, Oreo, next pie, next Q R S. So this is the latest versions. So like these all are the different versions in a span of very lesser time, like every 6 months or 1 year. So each version has released in the market. Because of this, all the versions with the different features, it became huge in a market. Right. So even in this also, because of the features, these features also very important for the development perspective. Because if we know about these features, then only make, like let us say I'm developing one application and I release that application in a Play Store. Like client says that your application is not supporting in this specific version. So in case if they said that your application is not working in specific version, so immediately we can justify that, okay, in this particular Android version, this feature cannot support and there is an alternate for this feature. So we can go for this different alternate like this. We can justify them. So that is the main advantage to know about this version wise features. Like these are the versions like. So one more thing here, whatever the version names, so these all are there is a one similarity in between these items. So all items are related to bakery related items, right? Because Andrew Rubin and his friends always eat such type of foods. So that is the reason it is the more popular in a market. It became as a more popular in a market. I'm sorry, they will use, they'll eat always such kind of foods. That's the reason they put these names. That too in alphabetical order. This is right. So this is like also here each version has one API level, application program interface. So that is a each version has one API level and one SDK version, software development kit. So each version has the one API layer and a software version. Like those version wise, what are the API layers and everything we can able to see in our Android Studio. Once that installation part has completed, once we comes into the development environment there, I'll show you what is available there, how we need to check that version wise coding, that I'll explain you there itself. Right. So this is about the versions. Like we will see version wise features. Hope if you are clear with this, I can go with the version wise features. Till till marshmallow, we no need to concentrate major features. Like we will see all the features, but from Nagout onwards, it is important because nowadays, whatever the development we are concentrating, that we are concentrating from the Nagout, because as per the Google survey, 97% of the devices are available from this. Even latest features, whatever the latest all features are supporting from this version onwards only. Right. So that we will see if it is okay, this, right? So hope these all are clear, or you have any questions on this? So now here we will see. So each version wise, we will see your features. Like here, first version, like I am treating the versions which are from the operating system. Previous versions I'm skipping because those all are the basic version related features. So I'm skipping those versions. Like here, the Cupcake is the first version. So that is released in a 2009. So in this, the features are like one is the on-screen keyboard, like whatever the screen keyboard right now we are using, that on-screen keyboard. And the next is the auto rotation. So that is a portrait to landscape, landscape to portrait. So that we can able to see here, that is a landscape to portrait, that feature we can auto rotation of this our screen, how now it is. And copy paste option in browser only. Only in browser the copy paste option is available. That too, that is in a Chrome browser, because the Chrome browser belongs to Google. Android also belongs to Google, so that is available only on a browser. And widgets like analog clock, calendar, and a music player, this search. But by seeing this, maybe now we can feel that okay, these all are small features nowadays, but on those days, these all are the very important and main features on those days. That is this. And after that, next version, which is the donut. So this donut is released in September 2009. So what are the features in this? Like first is the quick search. And quick search means like apps. We can search in apps like quick search. Next is a VPN setup, like we can able to connect the virtual private network setup. And voice search, so we can able to search with the voice commands, like nowadays okay Google, how we are using, like that we can use voice search. And a battery indicator, like here we can get the battery indicator, like that kind of battery indicator we can get here. And it is faster booting compared to the previous versions. Like the previous version compared, like when we are restarting the device, so it is taking very lengthy time, but now it is this. And also here released, it is in a Play Store also released in this version. Along with this version, the Play Store option also released in this. And the next is the Getcher animation. So the Getcher like animations. Getcher animation means like with the movement, that effect will come. Like for example, my phone is ringing. Let us say I moved my mobile little bit left or right. Just it's a movement, automatically my volume should be reduced, right? So that kind of effects we will say the Getcher animation kind of thing, that feature has introduced in this version. Then after, so the Eclair, so the Eclair is also in the same year after 1 month. So in this, the features are like it will support for the Bluetooth, and typing speed is increased compared to the previous version, and the dictionary option also enabled. So like while searching the message, kind of dictionary option enabled. And we can user can able to install the calendar events. So previously it was not there. Now we can able to have the calendar events like birthdays, any other reminders, that kind of reminders we can able to set up this reminders here. So after that, zoom in and zoom out in a browser, so that we can able to check here, zoom in and zoom out. And after that, here one drawback we got, so that is it is not supporting for the Adobe. So those days Adobe is the main and important, because there are many Adobe related like those. Nowadays we are using many video formats of those, but those days animations and all will depend on Adobe Flash only. So that is the reason it is not supporting those days. Adobe Flash, also Adobe Reader, like that PDF reader, it is not supported. So in the next version that has released, that has resolved. So that is the next version has a Proyo. So Proyo is released in May 2010. So in this version, first it has what is the drawback has came in previous version, that is really resolved. So that is the Adobe, it will support Adobe. And the next is the, in this we have the feature of day and night mode feature it has. Next is the device policy, like here from here onwards, the security is also introduced, like whenever we are saving the session in our browser, so that is the device policy and password and securities it is following here. And after that, crash analytics. So once my application is in a Play Store, I don't know who install my application, but if users has installed, if it will crash in any of the device, automatically as a developer, we can receive a mail, so and so Samsung phone, so and so version, it is crashed because of so and so reason, so that we can rectify the issue and we can resolve immediately, and we can re-upload the application, so that it will be problems will be resolved after few releases. So that feature has introduced. Then after that, we can share hotspot, like we can share our internet to other people, so that is the one. And after that, better browsing experience. So compared to the previous version, like browser experience has good, means it is updated on this. Next, it is an internet calling. So the drawback here, it has like in this version, so it is not supporting for the internet calling. Like those days, mostly the people are using the Skype, so that is it is not supporting for those. The next version, so that is a Gingerbread. So in this version, it is in December 2010. So the internet calling issue has resolved. And as of now, they're not concentrated anything on the UI side. So that UI efficiency and everything has fixed in this version. So now the copy paste option everywhere. Like previously it was only on a browser, but now we can use this feature in anywhere. Anywhere you can use this feature like this. Next is that it supports the third-party keyboards. Like a user can install any third-party keyboard which is available in a Play Store. So they can install and they can use that third-party keyboards and the 3D motion sensors like sensors related motion sensors, everything 3D related effects and everything it is supported. And one more security is here. So as a developer or as a user, we can encrypt our data. Encryption and decryption has introduced in this version. So next, one more drawback here, it is not supporting for the multi-core processor. Why it is not supporting for the multi-core processor means, as of now, this application has completely tested with only one manufacturer, that is HTC. So once the development environment, like we already discussed in 2010, the development environment has released. Once the development environment has released, one by one other manufacturers has showing interest on this. So they are testing with the different hardware configurations. Because of the different hardware configurations, so this is not supporting. But in next version, so immediately that issue has resolved. So in Honeycomb, that is in Feb 2011, so it supports the multi-core processor, but it is supported only for the tablet, not for the mobile. Because on those days, the tablets have high configuration compared to the mobiles. So mobile has a very less configuration on those days. So that is the reason it is supporting. So that they announced immediately. So if you want to come with this Android environment, you should come with minimum of hardware this configuration. Then only it will support, like that they announced. From next version onwards, everyone like who are interested, they'll come with that particular hardware configuration, that is. And after that, live streaming, like we can user can able to see the live streaming, like you news channels, TV channels, that we can able to see the live streaming in this. And the next version, that is ice cream sandwich. So this ice cream sandwich, it is released in November 2011. So in this home screen folder, like in a screen, I can able to create a folder with multiple like social media all in one folder, banking related in one folder, other like one folder, like that kind of things we can able to handle here. That is here. That is here. So that is home screen folder. And virtual button on a UI. So on a UI, we can create one button like whatever we are using now. That is a buttons in a screen on touch screen. So that we can use this. And next is a swipe to clear notification. Just if you swipe left to right, automatically what are the notifications that will come, automatically all the notifications will be clear. So that feature is enabled here. And after that, screenshot. Once as a user, if I took the screenshot, I can share. So that feature has introduced in this version. Next is the network sharing. This already the hotspot feature has introduced, right? Some upgradations is happened for that feature. This is next in 2012. So the next version, which is Jelly Beans. So here we have autocomplete text to view. So autocomplete text will means like our contact search. So I'm searching in a context like your name. I typed AN. Like once I type, so that one automatically AN related all the data can be filtered. Like that kind of autocomplete text has introduced in this. And also next is a smoother interface, like interface related issues as fixed here. Next is the multi-language. So it can support for the multi-language, multiple languages like it supports the different languages, Telugu, Hindi, English, whatever the local language that it can support. Next is the location accuracy. So as of now, that location accuracy is not there in the map. So that is introduced in this location accuracy here. Right, the next here, KitKat. So this KitKat is released after 1 year. So that is a September 2013. So in this battery management, like after 50% or after 20%, if user has to set the safer mode, they can set up the safer mode so that some apps can be disabled at that time. Only specific apps user can use that. So that is introduced in this version. Next is the OK Google. Whatever now we are using the OK Google, that feature has released in 2013 itself. And after that, cloud storage, like whatever the images if we capture, so that immediately automatically it is syncing with the Gmail, right? That is in storing cloud. So that feature has introduced. Also, user can connect with the cloud printers. So he can able to connect with the cloud printers. That is, he can able to connect. And next is the multitasking. At the same time, we have to do multitasking. So that is introduced in this version. And after that, the next version, so that is Lollipop. So this Lollipop is introduced in October 2014. So this is here the major change, because completely the architecture has changed here. So as of now, it is 32-bit architecture. Now it is changed to 64 architecture, because it should support different resolutions from minimum to maximum. Means from here onwards, it will support from the watch to smart TVs. And it is more secure, because architecture has converted from 30 to 64. So 64 has anyhow more security. That is the release. And in a quick settings, if you want to add one option, you can add. You want to delete one option, you can delete in a quick settings. Right. The next here, next version, that is a Marshmallow. So this Marshmallow has released in May 2015. Right. So the next year, as for the 64-bit architecture, the design changes, upgradations has happened, and some upgradations for the Google, okay, Google. Then File Explorer. File Explorer means like here nothing but it is like a file manager. So we are using as of now the file manager. So that file manager has introduced. As of now, there is no file manager feature in this. So the people are depending on a third-party app. So that's the reason it is released here. This and a battery indicator, like color changing based on the battery percentage. So that is introduced. And next is the security. One more security. This is a third level of security for your Android applications. So that is introduced here. This. So what is this security here? So this security is a main like runtime permissions. So once we install the application, it is asking that allow camera permission, allow contacts permission, right? So that kind of permissions has introduced in this version, right? So this, as of now, Marshmallow, whatever we discussed, so this is not a like if you forgot these features also, no problem for as of now, because our target is now we are developing from this version onwards. So that is a Nugout. So this Nugout is the released in 2016. So here the battery indicator from this version onwards, each version has more features, but some of them features are customized. Means some from the previous version to here, some of the customizations is happened. Some of the new features, some of them already, some of the other manufacturer has introduced that feature. That is, they are changing as official features. So that is one is the battery indicator. This already previous is there. Some of the upgradations is happened. Next is the notification. Let us say notification here. I received 3 notifications from the 3 different contacts. So here it says that, so this contacts is saved with this one size 5 from top to bottom. So from contact A, 1 message, from contact 2, 2 message. Like it will show that kind of separation here. And user has to set up data saver mode. Like I want after 50 MB of my data, I want some indication. So that indication should come if you enable the data saver mode. Like this quick settings, we already seen the previous version. Like user want to add and delete something, like you can able to do that. And some of the features added in a copy paste related things has updated here. This and the display related. So some of the like 60, because of the small resolution to high resolution, these versions are working, right? So that's the reason some display related issues has came. That is resolved here. And user has to create some shortcut apps in a home screen, like WhatsApp, Facebook. I want to create one shortcut on my home screen, that you can create on that. Next is the file explorer. Like some enhancements happen for the file explorer, like categorization. PDF in one file, document is one file, and video in one file, audio in one file. Like that kind of categorization has done here. So the next is the mono jack. This is who are using the Bluetooth with a single jack. For them, the audio drivers has updated here to get a more clarity. That audio related drivers has updated here. This like next is the emergency info. Like for example, suddenly my phone has crashing. That we don't know the reason. So in case there is a setting, there is a emergency info. Once user has clicked on that emergency info, automatically it will restart While restarting, majority of the issues will be resolved automatically. To any upgradations are required, so those upgradations has happened automatically, then it will be resolved that issues. Next, it is a night mode. So like the user can enable the night mode, so that night mode like 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. is my night mode. So that time it go very brightness will reduce as much as possible, so that the battery will consume very less. So that kind of night mode feature has introduced in this version. Next is the physical keyboard. So like in a tabs, when you want to use the tabs, you want to connect any physical keyboard, so that you can connect with the physical keyboard and you can do some kind of operations, whatever we are doing, that operations you can do that physical keyboard. So this is about Nugout features. Like after this, there is a Oreo other as there. So but other like Oreo itself has more than 20 features, and next version 10, 10, 10 like that we have. So that features we will see on our next session. So hope is it clear, or you have any questions as of now? Because this is the very basic features. That's the reason I went a little bit faster. So like once we enter exactly the programmatical session, we'll go as per your understanding. Like what is the speed you need, that much speed we can go.
Yeah. For now, I don't have any questions. I got some idea about versions and the history of Android. Yeah, I'm good for now.
Then I'll share you that installation process steps, so you can go ahead.
Yeah, if you can share that today, I will be ready for tomorrow's session, so that we can start the development. Right?
So I'll share now. So like after the next 2 or 3 sessions should be theoretical. After that, we'll start the programmatical session.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.